Hello people, welcome to Bray and the Bray Air Show. Beautiful day here so far. It's a Sunday here. My God, the trip out from Dublin to Bray here took an hour and a half by the dart train. And from Hope Junction into Dublin Connolly station, the train was like packed to capacity, and yet people kept trying to shove on the train at Connolly and beyond Connolly, and eventually, I don't know whether it was the train driver or whatever, was saying, kept every station onwards saying, you know, there's a train just behind the one that we're on. But it was like torture, it was bedlam. No air conditioning on the train, and only when the train would move with the window slightly open in each carriage there was air. But one young lad fainted at Dalkey station, got off at Dalkey station and fell onto the platform. And yeah, it was bedlam, my friends, bedlam. I think they should have been better organised for an event like this, like, you know, have just not allow the train to be that full, if you know what I mean. I mean, it was advertised, you know, so 100,000 people down here today, so yeah, that was a bit bad. But anyway, let's go and enjoy the Bray Air Show, my friends, okay? Heat outside, it's just crazy. I've just come into this little cafe here, away from the crowd, down at the seafront, and I've ordered a shepherd's pie and chips and tea. So I'll show you the shepherd's pie now as soon as it comes over, okay? So if you want just a basic snack there, that place there, gourmet cafe it's called, and I've done the biz. So I got my chips and I got my shepherd's pie and my pot of tea, so I'm a happy man. So I'm heading right down now to the seafront here because it's supposed to start at 2 o'clock. It's now 20 past 2, so I better get my arse in gear, my friends. Better get my arse in gear. So I bought the programme there, look. The Centenary Air Display or Bray Air Show. So I mightn't be able to film much of the display because all I have here is the GoPro and it doesn't zoom in, right? Now I have my camera and a big 150 to 500 lens in it. I'll show you that in a while, but I'll be mainly taking pictures about that, you know. So what I will do is I'll put pictures up on the video of pictures that I took. Hopefully I'll get some great shots with that lens, okay? So see you in a few minutes. So, if you're looking for fish and chips here, try out Leo Board up there in Bray. It's supposedly has the best chips and fish in the whole of Ireland, Scotland, Wales and Ireland, they said, right? Personally it's not true because I was in there myself and I found them to be just average, to be quite honest with you. But I've had better chips and fish elsewhere in Ireland. But anyway, that's its claim to fame, and you see all the famous people that had fish and chips in there. Mick Jagger, Metallica, Liam Neeson, who else? Loads of rock bands. I think Bruce Springsteen. The list goes on and on and on. But personally speaking, yeah, it's okay, but no way is it no way are they the nicest chips and fish in Ireland or anywhere else, okay? You see this lens I have here, look, this lens here. That's it's called the Sigma 150 to 500, and I took a fantastic picture here a couple of years back of a Spanish F-18 fighter jet and the pilot is just looking in the direction, not now of me, of other people, and he's waving. So I'll put that picture up here because I'm very proud of it. So what do you think of this picture here? It's an F-18 Spanish pilot at the air show, and I took it from on top of Bray Head, about 700 feet above sea level. Okay, it's a cool picture, I think, anyway. And then I'm being biased. There is an absolute massive crowd here today, massive crowd. I'd say well over 100,000 people. So there's a display coming in now. It's there's 4 planes. I don't know whether it's the Royal Jordanians display team, but I'll turn the GoPro round to see can you see it, but you probably won't be able to see it on the GoPro. Look. Yeah, see, that's the Royal Jordanians there now. They come nearly every year, and they put on a great display now for a little prop propeller plane, you know. So that was the Royal Jordanian acrobatic team there, and with 4 single engine planes, right? And I have to say they were fantastic, excellent pilots for sure. Right, so I'll put up a couple of pictures there of the Royal Jordanian display that I took. I had it at 350 a second, trying to catch the propeller in motion, so I hope I can get a couple of pretty okay shots there, and I'll put them up here now on the video. Okay, this is the Royal Jordanian acrobatic team. Have a look at these. As you can see, it's just jammers here today, my friends. I think it's over 100,000 people here today. Phew! I'm about three-quarter ways up Bray Head here, and I'm just going to stay here to get a position for the Red Arrows, right? And you can probably hear a helicopter. It's the Irish Coast Guard Sikorsky S-92. It's based at Dublin Airport, and it covers all up the coast here, then, you know, especially up towards the border with Northern Ireland. And I don't know how far south it goes, because there's one down in, I think there's another one in Waterford, and there's one over in Shannon. I don't know where else, but anyway, it's doing a display there now. And unfortunately, I can't get any video because the GoPro doesn't zoom in, okay? And look, there's no point in me. You see this here, look, see, I've no stand for the camera, and you have to look through the screen here, not through the what do you call it, the diopter here, in through the screen, and it's I can't get the place, I can't hold it steady. So I'll just put up some pictures, people, that's all I do, and I'll tell you what kind of planes they are. That's if you're interested. You're probably bored out your tree, but I'm really enjoying the sunshine here. Huge crowd down there, huge crowd, definitely over 100,000 people. The guy that done the acrobatics Make-A-Wish, he was brilliant as well, but there's another guy that comes, he wasn't here this year, and he makes the plane virtually just dance in the sky. So yeah, so I just decided to come up here to get a little break from the big crowd bit down there. Huge crowd. You're not going to believe this, my friends. You're just not going to believe this. The Red Arrows is cancelled. A man's after passing by there, heading back down the hill. I was wondering why there's no other display is taking place here at the minute. And he says it's something to do with a technical thing. So the Red Arrows is cancelled, and there was meant to be, well, it's down in Baldonnel there, a Lancaster bomber and a Hurricane.
Where are you now in Bray? How far are you from the train station?
So that's a bummer, isn't it?
Oh.
Unfortunately, it's cancelled. You probably can't see the helicopter there, my friends, but that's a helicopter that's you know, doing rides there. Like I think someone says it's 35 euros. When I was doing it, it was 50 euros, so I'm not doing it again because I done it previously. It's great view of Bray and the Wicklow Mountains. I'm just so disappointed the Red Arrows can't perform today, and in particular the Lancaster bomber, only one of two that's left airworthy in the entire world, and the last ever built Hurricane fighter was meant to be flying with the Lancaster today. What a shame, my friends. The easy part is going downhill, my friends. Going up is not so easy. I mean, I climbed Carron here in the tallest mountain in Ireland, down in Kerry, and this Bray Head here is only 700 feet high, but it's a very, very steep incline, so if you're not fit, you'd be puffed out of it. But going down, it's just great, my friends, just great. Right. It's 25 past 6 in the evening here now, and the majority of the people are gone, but there's still a lot of people here, and it's lovely and sunny, I have to say. I don't know what the temperature is, but it's very warm, and I'm looking for some grub now, and I haven't had tea all day. Imagine that, no tea all day, so I'm going to try and look for tea somewhere. Just sitting down here, chilling. I got tea, right? Now look, see this paper cup of tea here? This is the thing about Ireland, my friends. This paper cup of tea and a Kit Kat is after cost me €5.70. Isn't that crazy? And I got this, it's just a bun, that's just a bun with one sausage cut in half. How much do you think I paid for that? €8. €8, imagine that. All these events in Ireland are rip-offs, I'm telling you that much for nothing. They know they have people screwed because people, you know, they either, if you don't bring picnics or sandwiches with you and you're hungry, you're going to spend money, aren't you? Well, I am anyway, so that's 8 and 5, that's 5, I think it's 8 and 5. That's €13.70 for that, what I'm after showing you there. Disgraceful, my friends, disgraceful. But however, I'm going to eat anyway. As you can see there, they have loads of entertainment for young kids here as well. So if you came here with your family for a day, you won't be bored. But I'm sure you have to pay for all of these rides and bouncy castles and stuff. So, but it's well catered for here, this air show, I have to say. It's 20 to 7 now, and it's really, really warm. Really, really warm. Which is good. Prices they're charging here for food is outrageous. Burgers €9 and €10. Disgraceful. Disgraceful, my friends. I'm telling you this now. I'm not being stingy. It's just it's outrageous. So I'm after getting another paper cup of tea here, right? and a bottle of water. How much do you think for that paper cup of tea and a bottle of water? €5. Crazy, my friends, crazy stuff here, crazy. And if you want to get robbed in Ireland, my friends, come to any indoor or outdoor event and buy some food, because it's outrageous prices and they just stick it to you, my friends, they really do. It costs a fortune. So watch out for that, my friends. No, thank you, my friends. I wouldn't do that, any of them. And yeah, I done a loop-to-loop at 3,000 feet in a plane, acrobatic plane, over the countryside outside Minneapolis in Minnesota. And yet, I wouldn't do any of them there. I'd be afraid of my life. Mad, isn't it? Mad. Now just look at this, my friends, for an absolute disaster. This is queues for people waiting to get the Dart train back into Dublin. I mean, they knew there was an air show once a year. They couldn't organise a piss up in a brewery, my friends. They really couldn't. So I'm not hanging around here in this crowd. I'm going to wander on into the town here for another hour or so. I'm certainly not queuing up like this, no way. That's terribly bad organisation to have to organising. It really is terrible. And these queues here, I think, are for buses. Look. That is crazy, like, and the majority of the crowd that was there today are gone home. And these mad queues, crazy stuff. Right, there's a cafe here called Uncle Pan's Cafe. So I'm going to go in here to try and waste some time and sit down and have a rest and spend some more money. Right, people, if you're in Bray, call into Uncle Pan's Cafe, right? Seems to be a Chinese family that run it, right? Now it's not Chinese food. You can get sandwiches, and I got chicken salad sandwich, toasted brown bread, and a pot of tea. And then I got another pot of tea, and I got a donut, which I never really do, right? But I've never seen such efficiency in all my life. There was one girl there, I was watching her. They look like they're Chinese, a Chinese family or something, right? You want to see that girl at the cash register, people coming in taking orders. She's remembering where they're sitting. She is making coffee, she's making tea. People get up from a table that's, you know, back in the cafe, and she remembers what number they're at. It was real busy at one time. She didn't get flustered, not once. She was brilliant. So check it out. It's called Uncle Pan's Cafe, and it looks like a whole Chinese family that's in it. So if you're in Bray, check it out. I'm going down to the train station again to see if I can get on a train. Very, very bad, I have to say. Very bad. I mean, okay, there was an All-Ireland final today in Croke Park, okay. Now, and then there was the Bray Air show. 100,000 people for sure turned up here today, okay? And they can't get things right. They just can't get things right. That train that I was on was stuffed to capacity before it even came to Dublin Connolly station. And yet, as it stopped on all the stations, on the way out to Bray, more people kept coming onto the train, pushing on. It looked like sardines. It was actually dangerous. As it said, one young lad fainted at Dalkey, and he fell onto the platform at Dalkey because he couldn't stick standing up, and all the people squashed together, and the heat, no ventilation, no air conditioning on. The only time you got air was when the train moved, coming in the windows. Really bad, really bad, I have to say. So anyway, that's it, my friends, from Bray Air Show. Very disappointed that the Red Arrows couldn't do their display, and the Lancaster bomber couldn't do its display in the Hurricane. That's really what I came for, and there must have been a big rain shower there in Baldonnel, and the runway got wet, and it was too dangerous for the Red Arrows to take off, that the runway wasn't long enough or something. Crazy stuff.